And as the sun goes down, and there's a beautiful pink sky, and it is homecoming here at James Shable Stadium here on the campus of Good Hope High School. My name is Tony Thompson, and I'm here with you on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. This is the Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet pregame drive. Tonight on deck, we've got the Good Hope Raiders versus the Curry Yellow Jackets as they drive their way up from Jasper, Alabama, to bring their Yellow Jacket squad, who come in at 1-4, and your Good Hope Raiders are 5-0, only allowing about 4 points a game, give or take. Still the number one defense in the state in the class of 4A. Come in also averaging around 45 to 40. I think it's like 46 points per game, so one of the best offenses on top of one of the best defenses. And Good Hope comes in with 5 wins overall against West Point, Haleyville, Addison. We come off a win of Addison last week, a very good team in their respective Class 1A, which was a top 10 matchup. Curry just come off a loss from Winston County. Actually, the Curry Yellow Jackets are 2-4. My apologies. Their season has consisted of a win against Carbon Hill, a 44-7 loss against Cold Springs, a 49-27 win over Haleyville, a 41-14 loss over Cordova, a 48-21 loss against Hamilton, and a 22-0 loss at Winston County last week. But once again, your Good Hope Raiders come in 5-0, 3-0 in region play, with wins: a 42-7 win over West Point, a 52-0 win over Fultondale, a 42-0 win over Haleyville, a 34-6 win over Cordova, and a 41-6 win over Addison last week, guys. This Good Hope Raiders squad is very stingy on defense, and we're going to have our hands full with a very good running back of Curry, number 23, Noah Martinez, which I'll be saying his name a lot here tonight. But as your Good Hope Raiders get ready to take on the Curry Yellow Jackets, it is homecoming, as we just got done with the homecoming court here. We've got the Good Hope Raider Alumni Band joining the Good Hope Raider Band this week, and they're about to give us a little bit of a performance here. And as they give us a little bit of a performance before game. As I am grateful to know some of these people out here in this Raider band, Fulton Easterwood being one. Once again, this may sound weird. We have no abilities to play commercials tonight, so we're kind of just giving it our best go tonight. Me and Jay Fuller, we're going to give it our best chance, so excuse us if I'm just silent and you just hear the crowd. I'm just taking a quick break to get a drink, or maybe even going to use the restroom. But as of right now, we have no way of playing commercials, so we are just giving it our best chance. We do appreciate everybody listening here tonight on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. While we have a chance as the alumni band plays the alma mater, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors here tonight. Friday Nights Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, as he is sponsoring the pregame drive here as we are currently in. Cleaning and More, which is the main sponsor. Thank y'all guys for making this a thing. Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorneys, which will give us a Player of the Week sponsor at the end of the game, as we'll give it to you. Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband. Without them, this broadcast would not be happening, as they supply our Wi-Fi needs. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. He is our first down sponsor. You'll hear that quite often tonight. Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glasses. They give us the Odin's Auto Glass big glass scoreboard update. We'll give that to you when we can. You know, it's usually either at the end of the quarter or during a timeout or at halftime after the game. We usually try to give it as much as we can. The Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. Without them, we wouldn't even have lights here at the stadium. So, as the alumni band steps off the field, we do have a fairly good crowd here tonight at James Shabel Stadium, as we have a homecoming game, and this is just our second to last home game. We got one more home game after this, and this is the last time you'll see us at James Shabel this year. Except, you know, if we win out, you'll see us here in the first round of playoffs. But we gotta handle business tonight. Got to handle business next week at Hamilton. Bring in a Fayette County team who is really, really talented all the way around. We'll bring them in for senior night here in a couple weeks. Then we'll go on the road to face Dora, and then we'll end the season with probably the game of the year, Fairview and Good Hope at Fairview this year, as it was here last year, and we all know how that went. Fairview dominated us, but we're looking for revenge this year. Once again, I do want to thank everybody for listening in tonight, as we are having some technical difficulties. We will not be able to play any commercials. So once again, if you do not hear me talking and you just hear the crowd, it's because I'm either getting a drink to refreshen my breath, or you go and use the restroom. But we are going to give you this game as best as we can. As the crowd still piles in here, Curry didn't bring much of a crowd, but they traveled a little bit.
Mr. Plumber, proud sponsor of Good Hope High School football. For all your plumbing, sewer, and drain needs, call our experts at 256.
They are playing sponsors here on the new Jumbotron. Once again, if you have not made it to a game this year, I highly recommend. We've got a new Jumbotron. The field is nicely painted every game that we get. We only get one more chance. Senior night here in a couple weeks against Fayette County. I recommend you to come out and support these kids. This is a really good football team. You would not be disappointed if you're a football fan, as this team is 5-0, looking to go 6-0 tonight against a team who struggled in the region, has lost to a couple teams that we've already beaten, and has beaten a couple teams that we've already beaten.
K&K Logging, proud supporter of Good Hope High School football. For all your logging needs, you can call 256-255-3693.
As the band makes their way up into the stands, we have some people out on the field. I think we're doing some kind of a sponsorship recognition. And once again, you will notice a lot of pink in the stand tonight, as it is officially October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We love it here at Good Hope. You'll see a lot of people dressed out in pink. Once again, if you're just now joining us, it is the Good Hope Raiders versus the Curry Yellow Jackets here tonight, as Good Hope comes in 5-0 with the number 1 defense in the state of Alabama in 4A classification, allowing 4 points a game. As Ethan Kofer just coming here and giving me a nod. We are getting ready. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff here at James Shabel Stadium, as we still got some recognition going out on the field. We do want to give a quick shout-out to our volleyball team yesterday, both JV and varsity runner-up in the county. Congratulations, girls. Go win area. Go take it far within the state. Still a long season, and before you know it, we'll have basketball here at not James Shabel, at Good Hope High School at D.E. Ryan Gymnasium. I'm excited for that. But once again, we're 10 minutes away from kickoff. This is the Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet tonight. While we got a chance, we'll go to the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Of course, nobody has started yet, but we'll go talk about some of the games around the county tonight. West Point will be at Priceville tonight. Fairview and Russellville, that'll be a really good game. Of course, year one here tonight, Good Hope and Curry. Hansville at Vimont, that'll be a fun one. If you get a chance, you can tune in. You can still listen to me, but you can also watch that game on Facebook. Holly Pond is taking on Whitesburg Christian. Cold Springs is playing West End, and Addison is playing Waterloo. Once again, your Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. That was just a look around the county, as we have no way of doing any kind of commercials here tonight. We're just kind of going with it as best as we can. We're working around a technical difficulty we hope to have fixed by next week. Once again, we do have a Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update. Last night, Coleman took on Hartselle at Hartselle, a game that was covered here on the Coleman's Live 95.5 FM radio, as Hartselle takes down Coleman 24-0. A game that was game of the week, was on was on local television here in the state. You could have watched that game from home last night. Of course, I was not watching it. My eyes were glued somewhere else, as one of my favorite sports teams was playing last night. But as we go to have a invocation, I'm going to lay the mic down, and I'll be back in a minute.
Gives tonight's invocation. Following tonight's invocation, please remain standing as Good Hope sophomore Addie Wood performs our national anthem.
If you would please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Father, we come to you this Friday night as we get ready to start the game. I just pray that you watch over each and every single member of cheerleading, band, and football player, and all fans here tonight. Lord, I pray that as we go through this game, win or lose, that we give all the glory to you, Lord. We love you, and in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner, yeah, wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
If you had a chance to hear that, as Addie Wood singing that national anthem. This is the third time she's sung it this year, and every time it's just been better and better and better. The girl can sing. She sung one last year. It really touched me. I believe I teared up here live on air with Dylan last year. I believe I teared up when she sung it, as it is absolutely the greatest song on earth. But here we are. Once again, your Get Up Raiders will take on the Curry Yellow Jackets here tonight at James Shable Stadium. Once again, I do want to thank the sponsors. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adamaker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansberry, and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. Wow, almost forgot that one. Main one. Well, not a main one, but a big one. As they play our hype video here tonight on the new and improved scoreboard. And as we have some captains out here, it looks like it's going to be number 51, Braden Kofer, number 75, Tristan Grund, number 3, Cody Stevens, and number 1, Mason Drake. And for the Curry Yellow Jackets, it's going to be number 15, Christian Addington, number 71, Easton McLean, number 57, Hayden Clark, and number 12, Raleigh Maddox. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders will be taking on the Curry Yellow Jackets here tonight. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders comes in with the number 1 defense in the Class 4A in the whole state, only allowing 4 points a game. And as we are getting the coin toss down, they're showing each team the coin here, the captains. When I get a signal, I will let you know. Good Hope has won the toss and elect to kick, and so Curry's offense will receive the ball first, and our defense, our stingy defense, will be out here to start the game. Here comes the Curry Yellow Jackets as they are in their away whites with blue pants and yellow helmets. Your Good Hope Raiders will come out with white helmets, red jerseys, and white pants. And here comes your Good Hope Raiders. Leading the group out is number 27, Hunter Miller, and number 4, Aiden Young. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders will kick off to the Curry Yellow Jackets to start the game. Number 50, Titus Montgomery, set to kick off here for your Good Hope Raiders. Ball placed at the 40-yard line. Titus goes over to his squad, lets them know, hey, good game, tapping them on the helmet. Let's get it tonight. He's spreading them wide as he lines up the kick. He looks to his left, looks to his right. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Here's the kick. It's up. And it's going to be brought in by number 20 of Curry. He's going to be tackled. Cody Stevens met him immediately. Curry's offense will start with the ball at the 34-yard line of their side of the field as the Good Hope Raider defense, number 1 defense in the state in their classification, will start out trying to get the offense an early chance with the ball. Once again, looks like number 14, Jonathan Sickles, will be the quarterback for Curry. And here's the handoff. Oh, and it was not a good one. Not a good handoff. A running back ended up getting it, which is number 10, Joe Sargent. He gets the handoff, and he's going to get nowhere as he is met by Cody Stevens and Caden Collins in the backfield. Once again, here we go. Sickles under center, and it looks like they got a mean jump, but Sickles is going to keep this one. He's going to get a gain of 7 yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Once again, here it is. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. 3rd and 3 as your Good Hope Raiders look to get off the field early. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Nope, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. It's going to be a read op or triple option. He's going to get into Good Hope territory at the 49 of Good Hope. That was number 6 with the carry, Heath Miller. It's kind of like a wing tee offense. You can't fall for the eye candy early by this Curry offense. Once again, that is a good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down for Curry. Ball spotted at the Good Hope 49 as they are already in Good Hope territory early. 1st and 10 as they break the huddle. Sickles under center. Sargent in the backfield. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. He gets through one tackler, but he's not going to get much further. He's going to get a gain of 4. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 45 of Good Hope. And Curry's got a real talented kicker, so they only need about 10 yards before they are comfortable with sending him out there to try one. Here we are, 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Sickles under center. Here's the snap. It's a toss out to the left or right. He's going to be brought down by number 27, Hunter Miller, but not after he gets 3 yards. It's going to bring up another 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Here we go. 3rd and 3. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. The Good Hope 41. Sickles under center. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and he's not going to get enough for the first down. That's going to bring up 4th and 1 from the 40-yard line. I expect their offense to stay on the field here. Fourth and 1, ball spotted at the Good Hope 40-yard line. Your score here is 0-0, 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. As it is a crucial 4th down, the defense needs to somehow get a stop and get off the field. Sickles under center. Got a man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. It's another triple option. He's not going to get enough. He stopped. Cody Stevens read that one. Heath Miller got the snap, or got the triple option read. That's where Good Hope's offense will set up at here at the 41-yard line of Curry. As we've got a drone issue once again. This is the second time this year we've had issues with drones. As the white hat official gives the call. We're going to go with this heavy package like we was a lot last week. Johnson and here's Rutherford in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Drake. He goes up the middle, and he's going to be brought down not far after the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a gain of maybe 2. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line of Curry. As we are working right to left here with your Good Hope offense. Here we are. 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Tucker. Screws up the middle. He's going to bulldoze his way through. Absolutely bulldozed a Curry defender in the middle. He's going to have enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. First down for your Good Hope Raiders as we are in Curry territory at the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and 10. Here we are, 5 wide. Johnson in the backfield by himself. Here's a snap. He's looking to his left. Here's a throw out to Tucker Keefe. He breaks one tackle. He's going up the middle. He breaks another one, but he's going to have enough for another Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. First down as your Good Hope offense looks to score early. First and 10, ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Good Hope looks to get on the ball quick. We're going to go back to that heavy package with Rutherford in motion. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Rutherford. He's got the right outfield. He makes one man miss. He's down at 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders. Carter Rutherford on looked almost like a trick play. Johnson put the ball behind his back. Rutherford took it out of his hand, and he makes his way into the end zone for a Good Hope Raider touchdown. Once again, Carter Rutherford in for a touchdown. Looks like we're going to be going for 2 here. As we have one center, a quarterback, and Cody Stevens behind him. We've got a big man out wide. Here's the snap. It's going to be a throw out to the big man. Tristan Grun trying to find his way in the end zone. He's bulldozing through people. He's going to be brought up short. As I see Coach Scott with a smile down there, he thought that was a pretty fun trick play to try there. As Tristan Grun tried to get himself in the end zone, he broke one tackle, bulldozed through another one, and was finally brought down. Once again, your score after the Good Hope Raider touchdown, your score here is 6-0 with 7 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Once again, we apologize. We have no way to air commercials tonight as we have something we are trying to fix, but I do want to thank everybody for sponsoring Adam Maker at Miss Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorney, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warriors team at Estroff Realty, and Zaxby's. And as we do a pooch kick here, there's going to be a couple flags down on the field. I don't know what they're for. It definitely went past 10 yards. Tisha Brewer at State Farm and Coleman Electric Cooperative also sponsor this. Thank y'all guys. But once again, we are having some technical difficulties. We cannot air any sponsors or any ads, so I'm going to have to read off the sponsors as much as we can. But as they call kick-catch interference against the Good Hope Raiders, definitely not some happy fans out here. And they're going to move the ball up. All the way in Good Hope territory. As the Curry Yellow Jackets will start with a 1st and 10 from the Good Hope 46-yard line after the kick-catch interference call on the field. As you heard, the Good Hope Raider faithful, they are not happy about that, but here comes the Cowbells. But here we are. They are in a shotgun formation with Sickles. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to number 20. He's going to bulldoze his way through. He's going to get a gain of about 5. That's going to bring him 2nd and 5 from the 41-yard line. That is number 10, Joe Sargent, for the Curry Yellow Jackets. Once again, it's going to be 2nd and 5. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 41 and a half of Good Hope. Once again, if they get a first down, they're in comfortable range to send their kicker out there, but we hope it don't get to that. Sickles here in the shotgun formation again with Sargent to his left. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Sargent. He's not going to get anywhere. Cody Stevens met him right at the 40-yard line. He's going to get a gain of 2 maybe. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3 from the 39-yard line of Good Hope. They're going to move the ball up a little bit. They're going to say the 38. It's still going to be 3rd and 2. Defense looks to try to get off the field again. But we are back in that shotgun formation for Curry with Sickles and Sargent to his left. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback run all the way. He's got blockers out in front of him. I don't know if he got enough. He did. He did. Oh, ball's out. It's not a fumble, though. They're calling it down before the ball come out. That's good enough for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down from the 39. They're actually going to call that the 35, of Good Hope. Once again, 1st and 10 for the Curry Yellow Jacket from the 35-yard line of Good Hope, as they are in comfortable field goal range here for their kicker. But Sickles in the shotgun with Sargent to his left. Here's a snap. He's not going to get anywhere. He's going to be brought down for a loss of 6 yards by number 27, Hunter Miller, who comes shooting in from the nose tackle position. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line for the Curry Yellow Jackets. It was a quarterback run to the left, and Hunter Miller read it all the way and brought the quarterback down 5 yards behind the line. Here we are, 2nd and 15 from the 40-yard line of Good Hope. Sickles in the backfield. He's dropped back. He's actually looking to pass here. He's got a man open. He overthrew him bad. Intended target was number 7, Carter Schattinger is what we're going to call it. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here 6-0. Your Good Hope Raiders are over the Curry Yellow Jackets with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 15 from the 40-yard line. And as Curry tries to get the play call in, bringing the quarterback from the sideline. The quarterback goes from the sideline onto the field. But as they go, Sickles under center. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Sargent. He's going to get 5 yards, but he's not going to get much more than that. It's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Courage Yellow Jackets. Your Good Hope Raiders defense is still being stingy, trying to get off the field here. It's an obvious passing down, but I don't know if they're going to go with a pass here. They're pretty much a run-heavy offense, as it is 4th and 11 from the Good Hope 37-yard line, as Sickles goes under center. He's spread number 2, Brooks Wade, out wide. Here's the snap. It's going to be a fake, and he just tripped and fell. Turf Monster got him at the 42-yard line as he tried to go with a fake toss. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and your Good Hope Raiders will start with the ball from the 43-yard line. Once again, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Your Good Hope offense just got off the, or Good Hope defense just got off the field. Here's the handoff to Mason Drake. He's going to cut up field. He's trying to get out. He tried to get out of the way of his offensive line. But he did get a gain of 2. That's going to bring him 2nd and 8 from the 45. As Webb Buchanan comes off the field, the backup quarterback, and number 21, Carson Hollis, also comes off the field. Here we are. We're going Rutherford in motion. Here's the snap. It's going to be a fake to Rutherford. Quarterback keeper all the way. Johnson down the sideline. 40. He's going to try to make the safety miss. He does. He gets up to the 30. He's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. That's good enough for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders, but we're in Curry territory pretty early in this drive. Once again, your score here 6-0, 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, as Good Hope just picked up a first down on a long run by the quarterback, Parker Johnson. Here we are, 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line as we are working right to left. He's going to send Drake out wide. It's going to be 5 wide as he brings Keefe in formation, or in motion. And he's going back out, but here's a snap. It's going to be a screen down here to Aiden Young. He's going to get upfield. Oh, my goodness, pancake block. He's made another man miss. He's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. But that's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as it brings up 1st and goal from the 10 for your Good Hope Raiders as they try to find the end zone once again here in the first quarter. But here we are. 1st and goal. It's going to be a snap. Quick swing out wide to Tucker Keefe. He's making a couple guys miss. He dives towards the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Tucker Keefe. On a little screen pass, swing wide. To Tucker Keefe, and he Superman dove into the end zone. Your score here 12-0. Your Good Hope Raiders over the Curry Yellow Jackets. 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter as we send the field goal unit out there. Titus Montgomery set to line up. Here's the snap. Hold looks good. Kicks up. And it's good. Your new score here 13-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Once again, we are having some technical difficulties. We cannot air any commercials, so I'm just going to be reading off the list of sponsors I have as many times as I can tonight. Once again, Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansberry, and Kingsley Attorney, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. He is our first down sponsor. Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. But here we are, Titus Montgomery with a kick. It's up, and it's a deep one. It's going to drive him back to the 25-yard line as the Raiders look to try to get down there. I see 2 flags on the field. As of right now, he's brought down at the Good Hope 31. That's where they'll set shop, but we're going to see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be something on Curry as they are backing up. As it is a block in the back, it is going to take Curry back a few steps as they are going to start with the ball on the Good Hope 16-yard line as the Curry's offense is trying to get a score on the board before this Good Hope offense runs away with it. They're going back to the shotgun look with Sickles in the backfield, Sargent to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Sickles. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be false start. Something they could have called 3 or 4 times tonight, but it's now the first time. It's going to be a false start. It's just going to back them up even further. They're going to start this drive here with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of Good Hope. As we are working left to right here, 2 minutes and 15 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets 13-0 here on homecoming. Here we are. Sickles in the backfield. Sargent to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Sargent. Hunter Miller met him immediately. He's going to get a gain of 2 as he drives his legs, but Hunter Miller was not going to let him get any further than that. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the Good Hope 14-yard line. Here we are. Sickles in the backfield. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Sargent once again. He's going to get right up to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line as Curry's offense just looks so bland. They're trying to figure out a way to get through this stingy Good Hope defense. As Coach Scott is telling Cody Stevens, hey, this is a passing down. We don't know if it is for sure, but be aware of a play action here as they go shotgun formation. Sickles with Sargent to his left. Here's the snap. It goes over his head. He jumps on top of it. He's going to be down at the Good Hope 5. That's going to bring up 4th. It's going to bring up 4th and 21. Once again, here it is, 4th and 20 from the 10-yard line of Good Hope. They are in pump formation. Here's the snap. Good Hope sends the house. He just got it off. As Rutherford comes up to get it, and he actually takes it in. He's going to break a tackle. He's looking out wide. He's going to cut back inside. He's got a few blockers. He's still going. As that's going to be a flag. He got German suplexed out on the field. As the Good Hope student section on homecoming here tonight is letting them know you cannot do that. You cannot pick up a player and just WWE suplex them on their head like that. We are glad that Carter Rutherford is okay. As he popped right up. But that is the end of the first quarter. Once again, your score here, 13-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. And once again, we are sorry we do not have any way of airing any kind of ads. So I'm just going to read off the list of ads here that I have. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox Stansberry and Kingsley Attorney, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. Without all them, this wouldn't be possible. We thank y'all for giving me, Tony Thompson, this option to do this here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. But after the good punt return and the personal foul flag for the suplex on Curry, your Good Hope Raiders will start with the ball at the 13-yard line. As we start the second quarter, your score here, 13-0, your Good Hope Raiders to start the third quarter as Rutherford is in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the fake. Oh, my goodness. Parker Johnson with a sick fake. He does it again. He's juking inside. He tries to get down. He's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line, but that's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down. It was just a read option with an option choice to Rutherford. He faked it once, got a man to jump, faked it again, got another man to jump, and he juked inside, got down to the 1-yard line. But here we are, your Good Hope Raiders, first and goal from the 1. They're looking to punch this in the end zone early here in the second quarter. We're going to go with a pistol-like formation with Cody Stevens to his left, Drake to his. And we're going to hand this one off to Stevens. He's going to be brought down. He actually tossed it back. Oh, no, they're going to call him down, and he does not look good as he gets up gingerly. Cody Stevens is going to come off the field limping. They're going to bring out Webb Buchanan to replace him. Here we are. It's second and goal from the 5 after the 4-yard loss on the run by Stevens. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Drake. He's bounced outside. He broke a tackle. He's in. Good Hope touchdown. 2 Curry Yellow Jackets had him in the backfield at around the 9-yard line. He spun out of it and got in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders, Mason Drake. As the field goal unit is back out on there on the field. Yeah, kick is up. And it's good. Your new score here, 20-0, 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter as Mason Drake finds his way into the end zone. 3 touchdowns, 3 different players get in the end zone as Drake finds his way in the end zone on that one. Rutherford found his way into the end zone on the first one. And Tucker Keefe Superman dove from about 4 yards out to get in the end zone the second time in the first quarter. As it looks like Cody Stevens is still having a hard time here with that lower leg injury as he was brought down pretty awkwardly. I know Cody Stevens, he's wanting to be out on that field, and he hates that he can't be out there, but here we are. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line, and that's where Titus will kick it from. He looks to his left, looks to his right, make sure his guys are set, and here's the kick. It's up, and it's back there. It's going to be brought in by Curry. Oh, my goodness, Tyler Bird! Do you know about the word? Everybody knows the bird is the word. As Tyler Bird lays him out at the 28-yard line of Good Hope. as he come in untouched and just leveled the Curry Yellow Jacket. It was number 15 for Curry, Christian Addington, with the kickoff reception, and got leveled by Tyler Bird. Here we are, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 28-yard line of Good Hope. Sickles in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Sargent. He's not going to get anywhere. He's going to get a gain of 2. Actually, just a gain of 1. That's going to bring him 2nd and 9. As Sargent was brought down by Hunter Miller. Actually, just a group of Raiders, but led by Hunter Miller and Tucker Keefe. Here we are, 2nd and 9 from the 29-yard line. As Good Hope tried to bring a guy out late. It was a little too late. They're going to go back under center. Sickles. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff. It's going to be quarterback run. And he breaks one tackle. He's trying to get across. He got brought down at the 49. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down for the Curry Yellow Jackets as they try to find a way to get in the end zone before halftime. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here 20-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. 9 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here we are. They go back under center. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Sargent up the middle. He's going to be brought down by Hunter. No, that is Caden Collins bringing him down after a gain of 5. It's going to bring him 2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line. If you're Good Hope, you would like to get off the field as quick as possible here to get your red-hot offense back out there. Here we are, 2nd and 5 from the 43-yard line. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. It's going to be quarterback run, actually, as your Good Hope Raiders look to try to bring him down, and he's still up on his feet. He's going to get right to the 50-yard line. That's going to be good for another Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down, as Curry once again tries to find a way to get in the end zone before halftime. If you're Good Hope defense here, you would like to get off the field as soon as possible to get your red-hot offense back out there. But Curry's, this under center has worked a lot tonight here for the Yellow Jackets. As they get right back under center. Sargent in the backfield. Here's the snap. Sickles hands off to Sargent. He's going to be met immediately by Hunter Miller and Caden Collins. He's going to get a gain of 0. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line once again. Your score here 20-0. 7 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. Here we are, second and 10 from the 50-yard line. There's a man in motion. It's going to be a toss out to him. That is Heath Miller. But he's going to get sniffed out. It's going to be a loss of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14. I'm trying to see the Raider who brought him down. Looks like it was number 0, Carter Rutherford, who sniffed that out. Once again, after the tackle of loss of 4, it's going to bring them back to the Good Hope 47-yard line as they have a 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and 14 as the Curry Yellow Jackets get right back under center here. And it looks like we have a timeout from Curry. Once again, if you're just joining us, we have a issue tonight, some technical difficulties where we cannot play any kind of ads. So as any chance I get, I will be reading off some ads here. Once again, Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansberry, and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. I have a hard time keeping that one up, but here we are. 3rd and 13, a ball spotted at the Good Hope 47 with Sickles under center. Here's a snap. He doesn't see him coming. He's going to get brought down. Number 6, Kane Burdidis, comes around right edge and brings down the Curry quarterback as he was not paying attention on the play-action rollout. They're just going to back up. Number 6, Heath Miller, and he's going to punt this one away to the Good Hope offense as it is 4th and 22. Good Hope looks to try to get in the end zone again. Here's the snap. Punt is up, and it's a good one as it brings Rutherford up. He's got a chance to return it. He's got a lot of speed. Here he goes. He gets to the 50, the 40, jukes inside to make a man miss. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders. There is a flag on the field. I believe it's going to be brought back for holding. But as it stands right now, it is a Good Hope Raider touchdown by Carter Rutherford, as he is upset right now as his punt return is going to be brought back for holding. Carter, you done everything right there that you were supposed to do. If I'm Good Hope, I'm getting 5 wide and I'm throwing him the ball. Let him go get it. But as it's being brought back, it's being brought back far too. Man, I thought the flag happened up here around the Good Hope 40. The Curry 40. But they've got us backed up all the way here to the Curry 24-yard line. I don't understand what's going on here. No signal was given to us as they keep backing us up. And keep backing us up. We're all the way down at the Curry 18-yard line. That's where the Good Hope offense is going to start. Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Curry 18-yard line after the punt return was brought back for a touchdown. I didn't see no flag, no invocation was given to us, but here's a toss out here to Tucker Keefe. Some good lead block. There's another flag on the field. That's going to bring us back even more. No indication yet. We're getting no kind of indication up here as the referees is not giving us any kind of help here. As a radio man, I'm just trying to help y'all out, see what's going on, but they backed us up to the 10-yard line. The flag is going to be on Tucker Screws. I seen that. Now he got us for holding against Tucker Screws. That's going to bring us back to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Curry 10 by Good Hope. We're going to go 5 wide here. I expect just a screen pass, screen tunnel. But here we are. Here we go. Here's a snap. Parker Johnson looks back. He looks deep. He's got a man wide open. It's Carter Rutherford. He caught it. 40. He's looking on the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Carter Rutherford finds the end zone after getting absolutely screwed for his punt return touchdown. He burns the Curry defense that gets behind him. Another flag is going to bring back this touchdown by Good Hope. Oh, my goodness. Illegal man downfield, Good Hope. I don't see how you had enough time to even let a man get downfield that far. But after the illegal man downfield, it's going to be 1st and 25. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. They called that on number 5, which is our tight end, who's running a route downfield. But here we are once again, 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. I know I got excited there. If we score here, I'm going to get really excited. But Parker Johnson with a quarterback keeper up the middle. He finds a way around the right edge. There he goes. 30, 35, 40, 45. He makes the safety miss. 50, 45, 40. Nobody in sight. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Raiders. 95-yard touchdown return from Parker Johnson, the quarterback. 21 points here by your Good Hope Raiders, 2 of them brought back. But Parker Johnson, 95-yard rushing touchdown. No flag brought this one back. Here's the kick up. It's good. Your new score here, 27-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. As we got pushing and shoving going on here. Once again, we do not condone this kind of play here, but there was some pushing and shoving going on here by the Curry Yellow Jackets. As I don't believe this will go on the Good Hope Raiders, as there was a Curry player on our side of the field pushing and shoving our player. I don't know. Coach Scott is getting upset. These might be offsetting penalties. We've got unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Nothing against Curry. That's going to go against the Good Hope Raiders. The Good Hope fans are going to let them hear it. It's actually going to be offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. At first, they just told us it was on Good Hope. Now they bring it back and say that there's offsetting. This is getting a little out of hand, but if you're just joining us again, your score here 27-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. As Titus lines the ball up here at the 40-yard line, he's going to set to kick off to Curry. Here's the snap, or here's the kick. It's up. And he's going to be brought down immediately. For Good Hope, you just let your game talk for you. Don't let the actions of what happens out on the field get to the best of you. But here we are, 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 37-yard line of Curry. Curry's offense will start as we are working right to left here. Here we are, Sickles in the backfield. Cooper Key to his right. Here's the snap, here's the handoff to Key, and he's going to get met immediately. Hunter Miller. Going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. As it is going to be 2nd and 11 from the 36-yard line. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here 27-0. Just a little under 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. But here we are. Sickles in the backfield, Key to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to. No, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to get met immediately. Stood up. Going to be brought down by number 51, Braden Kofer. He's going to get a gain of 0. It's going to bring down 3rd and 11 from the 36-yard line as Good Hope's defense looks to get off the field and give the offense one more try to get in the end zone before halftime. Here we are as they bring the offense back out of here. I don't think they realize they've only got 5 seconds left on the play clock. They got to hurry. Here's the snap. It's going to be a throw out wide. It's going to be caught. He breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to get enough for it. Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. Probably a missed false start call, but that's good for it. Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as they get it up to the 50-yard line. As the fans are trying to help the referees out here tonight. Here we are, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Looks like number 6, Heath Miller, is going to be the one taking the snap as 14 lost his helmet. Curry's quarterback lost his helmet here. Just going to put him under center. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Key. He goes up the middle. As the offensive line tries to help him out to get a couple more yards, they do. It's going to be 2nd and 7 after a gain of 3. Up to the 47-yard line of Good Hope as we are working right to left here. Curry's on offense trying to find an answer to this red-hot Good Hope Raider offense who is finding a way to score every possession, whether flags bring them back. Just mistakes, mental mistakes that we keep on having here all year. But here we are. Going to be 2nd and 7 from the 47-yard line of Good Hope. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. He's going to get met immediately. He's going to get a gain of 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the 46-yard line of Good Hope. If you're Good Hope, I would probably see to call a timeout here to maybe get your offense out there to score again. Don't look like that's going to happen. They're just going to let the clock run here. As there's a minute and a half remaining. Your score here, 27-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets here right before halftime. It's going to be 3rd and 6. They're going to get in the shotgun formation. Sickles in the backfield. Key to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a rollout, quarterback rollout all the way. There, missed flag. Nope, they call it. He only got a gain of 2. I wouldn't mind seeing Coach Scott just declining this. Good Hope's going to accept it. That's going to bring him back after the holding call on Curry. It's going to bring him back to the Curry 45-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and 15. Once again, 3rd and 15 from the 45-yard line. Your Good Hope Raiders look to try to get off the. Your Good Hope Raider defense looks to try to get off the field here. It's going to be Sickles in the backfield. Key to his left. And man in motion. Here's a snap. It's going to be a reverse. Tyler Bird gets him in the backfield. And Good Hope's going to call a timeout. Tyler Bird sneaks that one out. Going to bring him down at the Good Hope 45-yard line after a loss of 10 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and 25. 58 seconds remaining here in the second quarter right before halftime. Your Good Hope Raiders try to find another score before halftime. Once again, we're having technical difficulties tonight. We have no way of airing ads. I'm going to read off some sponsors here. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, and we'll get to the Odin's Auto Glass big glass scoreboard here in a minute. The Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. As Carter Rutherford is backed up here to the 25-yard line, he looks to bring back another punt return. Maybe this one won't get called back. Here's the punt. It's up. It's not the prettiest one, but Rutherford could pick it up, but he's not going to. He's not going to get over to it. It's going to be down here at the 29-yard line of Good Hope. That's where the offense will set shop here, 1st and 10 from the 29. Your Good Hope Raiders, as they try to find another score right before halftime. There's 48 seconds left. Once again, your score here, 27-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets before halftime. They actually put a couple seconds left on the clock, more on the clock. It's going to be 51 seconds. And this Good Hope offense has looked good all night. They have plenty of enough time to get in the end zone. As Screws comes in motion, he's going back out. Here's a snap. It's going to be a screen pass down here to Rutherford. He's going to take it inside. He finds a way upfield. He jukes inside. He breaks another tackle. 50, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Carter Rutherford. No flag on the field. This one's going to stand. Your Good Hope Raiders find another way to get in the end zone. What a night here for this Good Hope offense. 33-0 as it stands here with 34 seconds left before halftime. As the field goal unit is out, snap looks good, hold looks good, kick is up, and once again it's good. Your new score here, 34-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. 34 seconds left before halftime. Once again, your new score here, 34-0, as Good Hope sets the kick here. It is up. It's going to be brought in. He looks to get to the outside and out of bounds, and he does, as Curry will start their final possession here of the half at the 41-yard line of Good Hope. Once again, it is homecoming here tonight, and Good Hope has looked nothing but fantastic. As Carter Rutherford finds the end zone once more on just a little screen pass that he broke 5, 6, maybe even 7 tackles to find his way to get in the end zone. But Curry looks like they're just going to go with a under center formation for their quarterback, Sickles. Could be Cycles, I don't know. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Key. He's going to get met. Caden Collins, Hunter Miller, bringing him down. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. I think that's just going to be I think they're just going to bleed the rest of this half out, as there's 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. Don't look like they're in no hurry to try to get in the end zone. It looks like their coach is calling a play, but there's not going to have enough time to get in. They concede the half. Your score here, 34-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets at halftime. As you hear the cowbells here at James Shavel Stadium. as the Curry Yellow Jacket band looks to get out on the field. Once again, if you're just now joining us, your score here, an electric first half from the Good Hope offense. Once again, your number one playing defense in the state of Alabama in Class 4A. Only giving up 4 points a game has held Curry to 0 at halftime. Once again, it is homecoming here tonight for your Good Hope Raiders, as the offense has looked nothing but magnificent. As Parker Johnson finds his way in the end zone for a 95-yard rushing touchdown in the second quarter, followed by a Carter Rutherford screen pass touchdown to get in the end zone. Carter Rutherford has gotten in the end zone 3 times, 1 time called back, twice for touchdowns, not called back. Parker Johnson, the quarterback, with a 95-yard rushing touchdown to get in the end zone. Mason Drake also found the end zone, and Tucker Keefe also found the end zone there in the first half. But before we take a break, and I'll let you hear what the bands are doing here tonight, I do want to give you an Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Just some scores from around the area. Playing in the second quarter, the Priceville Bulldogs lead the West Point Warriors 7-0. Playing in the second quarter, Fairview and Russellville in a barn burner, 14-14. Once again, your score here, 34-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead at halftime. Playing in the second quarter, Vinemont leads Hansville 28-7. Playing in the second quarter, Holly Pond and Whitesburg Christian tied at 0. Playing in the second quarter, Cold Springs 6, West End 0. Playing in the second quarter, guys, this is a team that we beat 41-6 last week. Addison leads Waterloo 33-0. As I have to go run and do a few things, as in use the restroom, I'm going to let y'all listen to the Curry Yellow Jacket Band and probably a little bit of the Good Hope Raider Band, as it is a little busy down there, but I need me a drink. I'll be right back on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
Yellow Jacket Band. Fourth game from South Clinton County. At the half, Priceville 7, West Point 0. At the half, Fairview 14, Russellville 14. Played in the second quarter game on Thursday, Pittsburgh 14. At the half, Whitesburg Christian 14, Holly Pond 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, now on the field from Coleman, Alabama, this is the 2025 program of Rock U. Please welcome the award-winning Good Hope High School Raider Band. Tonight's show includes music by Petra, Kiss, Fall Out Boy, Poison, and Guns N' Roses. Our feature majorette is Jillian Zapko. Our dance captains are Lena Elliott and Olivia Clemens. Our guard captain is Henry Rowe. The drum major is Adrian Greenwood. Drum major, is your band ready?
as you are listening live to the Good Hope Raider Marching Band as they perform their halftime show. Guys, if you get a chance, go listen to them tomorrow at Coleman High School as they are in a band, or the Coleman County Band Expedition. But once again, you're listening to the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Once again, I'm Tony Thompson. Your score here, 34-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets with 3.5 minutes left in halftime. Once again, we should have some halftime scores now. As I try to pull that up here on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. At halftime, Prosville leads West Point 7-0. At halftime, Fairview and Russellville once again in a barn burner, 14-14. Good Hope leads Curry here, 34-0 at halftime. Hansville and Vinemont 35-21 at halftime. That's a good game. At halftime, as we finally got some score here, Whitesburg Christian 14, Holly Pond 6. At halftime, Cold Springs leads West End 12-0, and Addison is over Waterloo 33-0 at halftime. As we listen live to the Good Hope Raider Marching Band. Your Good Hope Raiders lead 34-0 with touchdowns by Parker Johnson, Tucker Keefe, Carter Rutherford with 2, and Mason Drake also adds 1. Next week, your Good Hope Raiders will be traveling to the Hamilton Aggies, as that is going to be probably the game that decides the area or the region. As Good Hope travels next week. If you cannot make it, you can listen here live on Coleman's Live 95.5 app, and hopefully we'll have the app ready. Or if not, you'll hear us live on YouTube like you are tonight. But once again, your Good Hope Raiders travel next week. You can join me and Tyson as we will be there, giving you our best opportunity to call it as best as we can. I'm just mesmerized by this fire that Jillian Zapka is playing with on her batons as our featured majorette. Once again, it's homecoming here. Crowd is large. Everybody dressed up because they do have a homecoming dance right after this. So everybody's looking good, looking fresh, looking clean. As your Good Hope Raiders, and the offense is looking fresh and clean as well, as your Good Hope Raiders lead 34-0 over the Curry Yellow Jackets here at halftime. I expect a lot of the same here in the second half. Actually, defensive-wise, yes, I expect a lot of the same, but offensively, you'll probably see a lot of the younger guys getting some playing time here as the Good Hope Raider Band is done with their halftime show. Kudos to them. Once again, if you get a chance, Coleman High School tomorrow, they are in a band expedition or competition. I don't know. It's one of the two. I think it's a competition at Coleman High School, the Coleman County Band Competition, as your Good Hope Raiders are out here getting some warm-ups in, and Curry is out here as well. As they add 3 minutes on the clock, so we'll have 3 minutes before kickoff here, as Good Hope will start with the ball here in the second half, as we kicked it to Curry first. But defense looks good. Offense looks great. If you're Hamilton, I'd watch out. This Good Hope offense is figuring out some plays that they ain't ran all year that's looking good tonight. As Parker Johnson has 2 passing touchdowns and a 95-yard rushing touchdown as he turned on the Jets. We all knew he had the speed. He hasn't really got to show it this year, but he did on the 95-yard rushing touchdown. But your Good Hope Raiders once again lead here 34-0. And as we are having some difficulties with our station, we have no way of playing any ads. So as I get a chance here before halftime is over with, Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. If you stay with us for the full game, you'll get a Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorneys Player of the Week at the end of the game. Right now, I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to be Player of the Week. We've got Carter Rutherford, who's got a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Had a punt return touchdown called back. We also could go with Parker Johnson. 2 passing touchdowns and a 95-yard rushing touchdown as Sweet Home Alabama plays over here. Tyson Robertson getting the crowd, knows how to get the crowd into it. As you hear, I promise you we are not in Starkville, Mississippi. This is Good Hope High School as you hear all the cowbells here. Something that I was doing before all these fans was doing in the student section. Bringing cowbells, having me a good grand old time down there. But as the kickoff team gets ready to go out on the field, as the Good Hope Raider kickoff team is getting ready to receive the second half kick. As we're about to get started here. 12 minutes put on the clock, 34-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead here to start the third quarter. Here we are, second half kickoffs. As Curry's kicker lines the ball up at the 40-yard line, we have Carson Hollis, Carter Rutherford, and Mason Drake back deep to receive as we have some up man here. I know I see Webb Buchanan, one man. As they fake one, they're going to back up as Heath Miller looks to his left, looks to his right to make sure his guys are ready. As we're going to get 2 more quarters of Good Hope Raider football. Here we go. Here's the opening kickoff of the second half. It's a deep one. It's going to be brought in by Carson Hollis. He's going to have a chance to bring this one back. He's looking to bring it back. He's making a couple-man miss. He bounces out to the outside. He's going to get up to the 48-yard line. That's where Carson Hollis will bring it out to. That's where Good Hope's offense will start at here in the second half. It looks like we're going to go early with the junior varsity squad. As the JV offense comes out to start the second half, the JV has played in every single game this year. If you are a Good Hope fan, that is a good thing. Youth is getting a lot of touches here, and that means a lot here, as they need it for the coming years. Here we are, Buchanan in the backfield, Hollis to his right. Here's the snap, here's the handoff to Hollis. He breaks it up the middle. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders. Cuzzo with the score. Carson Hollis, once again, my cousin, finds his way into the end zone to start the third quarter on the first play. as they're going to go with a hot clock here as it is now 40-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. The kick is up, and it's good by Titus Montgomery. Your new score here, 41-0, 10 minutes and 40 seconds with a rolling clock here in the third quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets on homecoming. Once again, if you're just now joining us, your new score here, 41-0 as the third quarter starts. And Carson Hollis, my cousin, finds the end zone for the first time this year. Many more to come as he is only a junior. But here's the kickoff to Curry. Brought in by number 20, Keith. And he's going to be brought down by number 16, Kane Anderson of the Good Hope Raiders. Here we are. Curry's offense will start with the ball here in the second half on the 37 of Good Hope as we are working left to right here. As we got some younger guys out there playing defense. Still some of the starters out there. But here we are. Under center. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. He's going to be stood up by Caden Collins. It's going to be 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard gain for Curry. As they move it up 1 more yard, it's going to be a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line of Good Hope. As Curry goes back to shotgun formation. Sickles drops back to pass. He's got a man open. He's going to find him. He's going to get a gain of 4, but he's not going to get any more. It's going to be 3rd and actually, he's going to get a gain of 5. He's going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the 45-yard line. Got to get to the 47 for a first down. As some of the younger guys making their way back out on the field. Number 15 finds his way out on the field, Colton Martin. Here we go. 3rd and 2 from the 45-yard line. Sickles back under center. Here's a snap. And it's going to get blown up immediately. Once again, say his name and he appears, Hunter Miller. After the loss of 5, it's going to bring, actually the loss of 4, it's going to bring up 4th and 6. Looks like they're going to keep the offense back out on the field. Shotgun formation here for Sickles he brings Key to his left. It's going to be a pass, drop back to pass. Little screen pass over to the side. He overthrows his intended receiver. His intended receiver was number 6, Heath Miller. That's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be first down for your Good Hope Raiders. I'd love to see them open the playbook for the JV here. Maybe let Webb Buchanan show off his cannon here. Once again, your score here, 41-0. 6.5 minutes remaining here on a running clock here in the third quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of Good Hope as we are working right to left here for your Good Hope Raiders. as we are in the pistol formation. Here's the snap to Buchanan. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Hunter Miller. Going to get up to the 19. That's good for a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down. Even the JV offense is moving on this Curry defense. As you say, Hunter Miller is a starter. He doesn't start on offense. This is something we haven't seen all year. Here we are back in the pistol formation. Here's the snap. Give it to him again. Feed the monkey. Here he goes. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Miller. As Webb Buchanan here to take the snap for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Titus Montgomery. Once again, your new score here, 48-0. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Your Good Hope Raiders finds every way to get in the end zone here tonight. As we do get a chance, I want to read off our sponsors. Once again, we have no way of running ads tonight. It is a technical difficulty on our part. But Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mishmish Chevrolet, Cleaning & More, Cox, Stansbury, and Kingsley Attorney, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tissue Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. As Titus Montgomery sets the ball down at the 40, he's going to look to his left, make sure his guys are ready to over there. Looks to his right. Here's the kick. It's just a little sky pooch kick. Going to be brought in by Key at the 22-yard line. He's going to try to make a couple-man miss, but he's not going to get there. 16, Kane Anderson once again brings him down on the kickoff. As it looks like no starters are going out there on defense here. Full junior varsity squad. We say junior varsity. It's really just the younger guys. Only one starter out there, and it's Webb Buchanan, the little, I don't know if he's a 10th or an 11th grader this year. I think he's an 11th grader. Here we are, 1st and 10. Curry starts the ball at the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation for Sickles. He hands it off to Key here up the middle. And he's going to get a gain of 1 up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 8, my bad. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here, 48-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the third quarter on a running clock. Here we are, Sickles, once again, in the shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Key up the middle. He's going to make a couple men miss. He's going to be brought down by number 20, Jackson Richter. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 from the 37-yard line. They got to get to the 38 for a first down. Here we are, Key in the backfield with Sickles. Here's a snap. Went over his head. He's going to have to jump on it. He got on it. Number 81, Chris Ralph, was chasing him down. He had to jump on the ball, but that's going to bring up 4th and 14 for this Curry offense. Fourth and 16 for this Curry offense. They're just going to bring out the punt unit. It looks like Aiden Young's going to back up. Once again, your score here, 48-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. A minute and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's the punt. It's up, and it's a good one. Aiden Young up to get it. He bobbles it, catches it. He's running across the right sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 41-yard line. That's where Good Hope's offense will start out. Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line as your Good Hope Raider offense is back out on the field to look to put up another score. Pistol formation. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Number 24, Christian Elliott on the carry. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, but that's when the fourth quarter is going to start. Your third quarter's over here. 48-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets in an area matchup that has just been completely unfair. Once again, Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mishmish Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox, Stansbury and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. As we get here to the fourth quarter, your Good Hope Raiders lead 48-0 over the Curry Yellow Jackets. As looks like the starting squad gets flicked up here on the sideline. But here we are. First play, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Your Good Hope Raiders in the pistol formation. Here's the snap. And it's going to be number 28 up the middle. He's going to lose a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Number 28, Colin Phillips on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14 from about the 44-yard line. As we went to the third-string quarterback here, number 10, Kanan Burgess taking snaps. Here we are, 3rd and 14. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Your Good Hope Raiders lead here 48-0 over the Curry Yellow Jackets. 11 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter on a running clock. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. And Elliott's going to be met immediately in the backfield for another loss of 2. That's going to bring up 4th and 16. Once again, here we are, 4th and 15. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Burgess in the backfield, Elliott behind him in the pistol formation. Here's the snap, here's the handoff. We got some positive yards here, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. That's going to be a turnover on downs, but not after a gain of 6 yards up to the 40-yard line. That's where the Curry Yellow Jacket offense will start here. Once again, if you're just joining us, your score here, 48-0. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets. 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. As looks like we're gonna get out of here pretty early tonight. Here's the handoff up the middle. After a gain of 4, he's going to be brought down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 44-yard line. Tackle made there by Kanan Burgess on the defense. Here we are. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Key up the middle. He's going to get up to around the 50-yard line. They're going to give him a Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage first down there as they bring it up to the 50-yard line of Good Hope. First and 10. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. He's going to bulldoze through one Good Hope defender as he tries to army crawl up for a couple more, but they're going to get him right where he was brought down after a gain of 7. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 from the 43-yard line. Second and 3. Here's the snap. It's going to be a toss out wide. And he's going to break one tackle. He's not going to get past Elliott, though. But that's going to be good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan first down after a carry of about 10. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Here we are, first and 10. And it's going to be a trick play, and he's going to get in the end zone for a Curry touchdown. As the band is playing probably my favorite song of all time. Curry finds the end zone here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to look like they're going to go with how we set up here in the first. They're going to have a heavy set over to the left. One snapper, one quarterback, one running back. Here's the snap. He's looking left, and it's going to be a toss out wide. It's going to be a pass to the end zone. He's going to get in. Conversion good. That's going to bring the average up a little bit for this Good Hope defense. But your new score here after the Curry touchdown and the 2-point conversion, it's going to be 48-8. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on a running clock here. If I'm guessing, this will probably be the last drive here. As it looks like Carson Hollis is the only. No, we've got a few starters out here on the kickoff team. I see Aiden Young. I see Tucker Screws. I see Cody Stevens, which is good to see. Caden Collins gets brought off the field here. And it's going to be a flag. Late man in. And that's going to... They're going to pick up the flag. It's not an illegal substitution here. Well, let's just waste more time and get out of here quicker. Once again, your score here, 48-8. Your Good Hope Raiders lead the Curry Yellow Jackets in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here. As Curry looks to kick off to your Good Hope Raiders here. And here's the kick. It's up, and it's a sky kick. Good Hope's going to have a chance to return this one. Oh, he found a way through. He's going to be brought down right at around the 45-yard line, but that was number 19. No, wrong, my bad. Number 18. No. Guys, I'm sorry, I cannot see that jersey. Number 10, Kanan Burgess on the carry there. The Good Hope offense will start here, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Looks like Kanan Burgess and Colin Phillips in the backfield. We're just going to run this one out. It looks like Curry has put their backups in. So here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Colin. He's going to get a gain of 4 up to the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 39. As the clock is hit under 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Your score here, 48-8. Your Good Hope Raiders lead on homecoming night. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Colin's going to try to find his way upfield. He's going to get up to the 42-yard line. As we got some people getting a little heated with each other. It's a little late for that. I feel like if you're Curry, you kind of want to show that intensity in the first quarter, not in the fourth quarter with the JV squad in. But we're going to have a timeout, Good Hope. As you hear the crowd, guys, they're getting hyped as Connor Hastings, for the second time this year, finds the field. Of course, the starting squad will go out there, help him get off the field afterwards. This kid does have a disability. If y'all don't know Connor here, one of the biggest Good Hope fans you'll see. He's trying to get the crowd to get up and get hyped for him. As you hear the crowd, they're getting hyped. Connor Hastings, once again with a disability, not able to really play as he can't stand up for much longer than just a few minutes. But he's out there to receive a snap here. He's going to drop down to a knee. He's going to take the final knee for your Good Hope Raiders here. Well, no. We'll have to run a few plays. If y'all don't know, this is a special moment for your Good Hope Raiders here as once again, Connor Hastings gets his chance to run the ball. As he drops down to a knee. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Elliott finds a way outside. He's breaking a few tackles. He's going to get upfield. He's going to get down at the 40. That's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as he gets into Curry territory here in the final minute of the game, or minute and a half. Once again, your score here, 48-8. Your Good Hope Raiders lead over the Curry Yellow Jackets. As we will get into victory formation here, this is going to be your ball game as far as we see it. As Phillips takes the snap. Not Phillips, excuse me. Burgess takes the snap. He drops down to a knee. You'll have to do it one more time after this as the clock is running. As Burgess takes one more knee down, that's going to be your ball game here. Once again, your score here, 48-8. Your Good Hope Raiders finds a way to get another region victory here over the Curry Yellow Jackets. As the clock hits zeros, it is official. Your Good Hope Raiders win 48-8 in another region victory over the Curry Yellow Jackets in a game that just wasn't fair at all. Curry just couldn't find an offense. Good Hope's offense looked incredible once again. As players shake hand and meet in the middle of the field, your Good Hope Raiders here win once again 48-8 over the Curry Yellow Jackets. And once again, as we cannot air any ads here tonight, I do want to give one final shout out to the sponsors here tonight. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox Stansberry at Kingsley Attorney, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer, State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative, and your Cox, Stansberry, and Kingsley Attorney player of the game. I usually let somebody else pick it. I haven't got to pick it yet. I'm going with my gut. I'm saying Parker Johnson. 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, 95-yard rushing touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns. Parker Johnson led his offense, the junior for this squad, leads his offense out here to another Good Hope victory here. And, guys, that's pretty much all I got to say. Dominant win here for your Good Hope Raiders. Join me and Tyson next week as we bring you the game in Hamilton, Alabama, as your Good Hope Raiders take probably the biggest game of the year. Got to get a win. Probably going to be your region winner next week. Your region winner next week. Pretty much a championship game for the region next week. Your Good Hope Raiders versus the Hamilton Aggies, as we got to get one big win next week. And one final time, I do want to give out the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update from around the league. Priceville leads West Point 20-0 in the third quarter. Fairview finally jumps out in front of Russellville 28-14 in the third quarter. Once again, your final here, 48-0. Your Good Hope Raiders beat the Curry Yellow Jackets. Playing in the third quarter, Vinemont 49, Hansville 28. Playing in the fourth quarter, Whitesburg Christian 21, Holly Pond 6. Cold Springs leads West End 12-0. And Addison is beating Waterloo 39-0 in the third quarter. Once again, guys, that's all from me here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Thank you for listening. Thank you to all the sponsors. And once again, Join me and Tyson next week as we bring you the Hamilton Aggies versus the Good Hope Raiders in Hamilton next week as we are on the road. But that's all from me, folks. We'll see you next week here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.